Hi guys, welcome to Behind the Launch. I'm your host, Pieter du Preez. Today we'll be discussing a very exciting program called the Quick Start Challenge T100. This is being launched by Crawford and Dean Holland on the 17th of August at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. And these guys really have a good heart. You'll see why. Let's get to it. Hi guys, and welcome to Behind the Launch. Today we're sitting down with Dean Holland to talk about a really exciting product they launched. Well, not really a product, but we'll get into the details. Dean, welcome to Behind the Launch.
Yeah, thank you so much. Excited to be here.
Yes, I'm very excited to have you on here. From what I've seen, I think this is going to be an awesome offer for my customers as well.
Yeah.
And but before we get into that, can we just get like a bit of a background about you and your launching partner, Crawford?
Yeah, absolutely.
What's the dynamics and yes, what's all
Yeah,
about?
sure. Yeah, great stuff. So I actually got started a long time ago in internet marketing, actually in 2004. But I didn't make a single commission online for 4 years. So it was quite a tough journey for me initially. I actually was buying tons and tons of products. So, like I had a computer full of all these different programs and courses and software. But for some reason, for a long time, I just couldn't really figure it out. And until I actually joined a coaching program myself in 2008. And then basically, because I learned from somebody that was doing what I wanted to do, about 5 weeks after that, I finally started earning commissions as an affiliate marketer online. And things really took off quite quickly after that. I was able to quit my job and start doing this full time in 2009. So it only really took about 8 or 9 months for me, once I learned what to do, for me to actually be able to start doing this full time and quit my job. So that was obviously, like 8 years ago now. Or, yeah, just over 8 years ago. And my company's, done pretty good since then. We've managed to, I think we've sold over $9 million worth of products in the last sort of, 8 years, which has been pretty exciting. But along the way, in the years when I was first trying to figure out how to make money, I had many different jobs here in the UK. And one of them was actually working in a bar, serving drinks. And that's how Craig and I actually met. So we became pretty good friends from there, and he knew that I was, trying to learn internet marketing and trying to learn how to be an affiliate. And as he saw years later that I started to do it, he showed some interest himself. So Craig and I actually sort of partnered together and was growing things together as a bit of a team. And, in the years since then, we both kind of branched off and did our own thing. Craig's, made some incredible software products, and he's sold millions of dollars worth of software, and I'm more coaching and training and sales and marketing training for affiliates and online marketers. And so we've kind of come back to join forces again for this special project, which we do once a year, called the Quick Start Challenge, and that kind of brings us to where we are today, I guess.
Let's talk about a bit more about the Quick Start Challenge, right?
Yeah.
What's it all about, and where did the whole idea come from?
So the Quick Start Challenge, it's a very unique thing that we do. Like I say, we just open the doors to it for 5 days once a year, and then nobody can get into it. And what it is, it's basically a 30-day live coaching program. And what we basically do, the goal is, or the whole intention of the program is to take people from zero to having a full business and an online system that can make them at least $100 a day, and to get all of that built and created up and running in 30 days or less. And so it's a very fun and results-driven program. And it's really aimed mostly at people that are stuck like I used to be. So anybody that has been looking at trying to make money online but hasn't yet been able to figure out what to do or how to do it, or perhaps people like myself that have been trying for months or perhaps even years but have found themselves a bit lost and don't really know what to do or how to do it or why to do these things. And so what we like to do is we get as many people as possible into the challenge, and we literally coach them every week for 30 days. we have like 2 live sessions a week, and each week we teach them a new part to the process. And there's really only 4 parts to this entire system. If you would you like to know more about that? Shall I go into the actual specifics of it?
We'll go into the detail in a second, but what I wanted to get back to is, I mean, like you said, as soon as you started making that little bit of commissions or making money online, as soon as that ball starts rolling, you know what works, then you focus on that, and I mean, you just scale it out. So this coaching program is specifically just to get that little ball rolling and get to $100 per day, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because this is one of the things with the Quick Start Challenge. Although, like we've just said, our goal is to get people to have a business that can make $100 a day. The reality is, just like you've just said, when you know how to make $100 a day, you know how to make $200 a day. You know how to make $300 a day, because it just becomes a case of doing more of what it is that you're doing. It might mean getting a bit more traffic, or it might mean, just putting in a bit more, an extra hour a day into doing what it is that you set up in the challenge. And so the initial goal is $100 a day, and then to take people forwards and they can grow from there.
Okay. And then just on the name, the Quick Start Challenge I get, but what's the T100 for?
So the T100 was basically target 100. So it was the target was $100 a day. So we just abbreviated it.
Okay, no, cool. And then before we dive into the actual details, I do know you guys as a company is also have a great initiative as part of this launch to donate some money to a charity.
Yes.
Can you tell me more about that, please, Ben?
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, every year for the last few years, Craig's been involved every Christmas in some charitable things with homeless people, and also people that are very sick and ill in hospitals. And so this year we wanted to actually involve the Quick Start Challenge in that. So what we're doing this year is something that's actually very close to us. We want to be able to take gifts and Santa and happiness to terminally ill children this Christmas. So what we've decided to do is, for every person that joins the Quick Start Challenge, Craig and I are going to personally put $20 into a pot, if you like. And basically whatever's in that pot. So if 1,000 people joined, there'd be $20,000 in this like pot. And so what we then will do is buy gifts and get Santa and get outfits, and basically we're going to spend whatever money we can raise on taking gifts and bringing happiness to these children at Christmas. And it's pretty emotional, really, because these are kids that are in really bad positions and don't have a lot to look forward to, really, and we want to give them something to be really excited about. Yeah,
and that's a very good cause, and respect for that. I hope.
Yeah, thank you so much.
I hope it does go well, so you can have a nice spot to contribute.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, you do say you open this once a year, and for how many years have you been doing this specific coaching program?
So it's actually, we've done it for 4 years, but last year we didn't actually do it. And the reason being is that every year, obviously the internet is always evolving, right? And so every year we always look at what's changing or what's evolving in the industry, in the marketplace, and what strategies work and what needs to be changed. And really, to be honest, for the last 10 years, the foundation of the Quick Start Challenge has never changed too much. And it's always continued to work year after year. But last year, I noticed quite a lot of things beginning to change with traffic and traffic generation. So we decided not to offer the Quick Start Challenge last year, but instead to spend an entire 12 months figuring out some new stuff. And so that's why this year is probably even more exciting for us, to be honest, is that we're bringing some brand new stuff to the Quick Start Challenge, specifically about traffic, and how, even somebody that's never got traffic before can implement this brand new traffic system that we've been working on to get as many visitors as they want as an affiliate or as an online marketer to their offers and to earn commissions. And so this year is the fifth or sixth time in total we've done it, but this is after a break last year. Okay.
And collectively, how many people have you guys helped thus far over the last 4 or 5 years? With with this program, or this coaching program?
Yeah, so specifically with the Quick Start Challenge, we actually ran some numbers for the last 3 years. In 2013, we had about 600 people join. Then 2014 was slightly bigger. We had just over 800. But then 2015 was by far the biggest. We had just over 2,500 people join in 2015. So we've got hundreds and hundreds of testimonials on YouTube from, all the way from single mothers and people that had been trying for like 8 years. One guy said he'd been trying for 8 years and now he's getting all this traffic and all these results. And so it's really been years leading up to what I hope this year will be the biggest and best yet for those that take part.
Yeah, that sounds awesome. So let's dive into the actual what you get. You mentioned something about there's 4 parts to it.
Yes, exactly. So the whole plan taught over the 30 days, we've broken it down into 4 main stages. So the first stage we actually call laying the foundations, because the way I see it, a lot of people buy a lot of products and they buy, things like ClickFunnels or page builders or all these other softwares that are great. But the problem is a lot of people are lacking the foundation to their business. You have to have certain things in place in order to have a successful business. And so we're going to teach people what those foundations are in the first week. And once they've got those in place, in the second week, we're going to get people up and running and starting to build their email list because, as probably most people have heard, there is an expression, the money is in the list, but there's actually a different way to what most people have probably seen that we're going to be teaching them how to do this. And it actually works in a way where people earn money whilst they're building their list so that it actually pays them to build their list and grow their subscribers. So it's pretty exciting because a lot of people lose money trying to build a list. Well, we're going to show them how to make money whilst building a list. So that's the second part in week 2. Then week 3, we're going to teach them some automation strategies, and I don't want that to sound complicated because it's really not. There's a few simple things that we're going to help people put in place that means that their business can make commissions for them 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So even whilst they're in bed or sleeping or perhaps traveling or on vacation, because of what we'll help them do in week 3, it means the commissions will continue to come into their business. And then all of that first 3 weeks is all building up to what I think is going to be the biggest and most exciting part, is something we call the online traffic takeover. So this is what I've been working on for the last 12 or 14 months. It's a brand new approach to getting traffic. Even if, like I said before, even if people have tried for years to get traffic and have struggled, this brand new system that we're going to teach people is just going to change all of that. I mean, just so your listeners and viewers understand how powerful this is, I've actually spent the last 4 or 5 months building a traffic program, like an actual product that's not even available yet, that's going to be selling for at least $500. But we've decided this year in the Quick Start Challenge, I'm going to teach them the entire system in week 4 so that they never, ever struggle for traffic again. And so over that 4 weeks, they literally go from having nothing to an online business, building their list and getting all the traffic they could ever want and making commissions in 30 days or less.
Okay, that does sound very exciting. But so let me think from my perspective. So I still got a full-time job. How much time do I need to actually participate in this training course? So how much time do I need, and is there any investments I need to put into all of this over the 4 weeks?
Yeah, great question. So one thing that I always say to people when they're looking to build a business is I like people to look at putting in at least 1 hour a day. So, I come from, I was obviously exactly the same. When I was first building my business, I had a full-time job and, I had a lot of other things going on as well. So I had to learn how to do things in a short amount of time. So all I would say with the Quick Start Challenge, if people can put in at least 60 minutes a day, they're going to be able to see, all the progress. They're going to be able to take part and they're going to be able to get everything done and get it up and running. So if they can do more than that, great. But 60 minutes a day, hopefully everybody can do that. Now, in terms of other investments, the only things that really people need to take part in the challenge is really two essential things that all of us as online marketers need. One is website hosting, which I think you can get for $5 to $10 a month now. And the other one, obviously, with building an email list, they're going to need an autoresponder. So that really is it. But one thing I will say, because I've been asked this before, some people have asked me in the past, if they've already got an autoresponder, or if they already own a hosting account, does it mean they have to buy another one, or does it mean they have to start again? And so I just want to make that clear, that if people already have those things, that's perfect. It means they already have everything they need to take part in this year's challenge.
Okay. And just to add on that, I mean, autoresponder, most of them do give you that free trial as well for
yes.
30 days. So
yes, exactly. Yeah, that's great.
Okay. No, fantastic. And so for example, you said there's going to be 2 sessions a week. So say, for example, live happens, you can't make that specific live session. Will it be recorded? Can you view it later on? What's the plan around that?
Yeah, great question. So how the live coaching is going to work. So one of the sessions each week will actually be the coaching. So people will kind of register and attend a webinar where they can see me and see my screen, and I'll go through a lot of things over that session. They're all recorded. Okay. So what we'll basically do, within about 24 hours of the end of that session, the recording of that will be added into a members area, which everybody in the challenge will have their own account and get access to. In addition to that, they're also going to get access to a private community group. So what we're going to be doing at least once a week as well, we're going to actually do a live broadcast in the private community group where everybody and anybody in the challenge can join us on that call live and ask any questions they've got. So what we basically wanted to make sure is that we have the main coaching session, and then people will be set a challenge to complete in order to win prizes that week. And then if they've got any questions, they'll be able to attend a live Q&A session a couple of days later, so that the intention is that nobody gets stuck. We want to make this very simple, but we also understand that everybody's different and everybody's got different understandings, and so therefore people are going to have questions. And so we want to make sure nobody gets stuck or left behind. So they'll also have that second Q&A session, and everything's recorded. Everything will be accessible for life to everybody that's in this year's challenge.
Yeah, I actually like the idea of the mini competitions per week, because the thing is, I mean, most of the time you say you buy a product, it sits on your hard drive, you never get to it. But if you're in a community and there's like this competition, you can say, you push each other forward to get things done. I mean, that's actually gets you off your arse and gets you to do the stuff you need to do. So that's fantastic.
Yeah, definitely.
So let's get to the price point. So that's what's covered in the front end, right? Those 4 elements.
Correct. Yes.
4 weeks. So that's 8 live video coaching sessions, right?
Correct. Yes.
And so let's get the pricing. I've seen the pricing. I think it's ridiculously cheap, but what's the idea behind that and what's the price? I'll let you tell us.
Yeah, so basically, I mean, a lot of my business, I have high level coaching programs. So, most of my coaching programs are $5,000, $10,000 plus. But with the nature of the Quick Start Challenge, it's obviously aimed to help the people that aren't yet making, a full-time income online, or aren't really seeing the results yet. And so, both Craig and I, we know what it's like to be stuck and struggling. And obviously, if people had $5,000, $10,000, then they perhaps wouldn't need the Quick Start Challenge. So we wanted to make the entry level to this program and to get into the challenge much more accessible to everybody. Okay, now that doesn't mean that it's something ridiculous like $10, $20. That would just be silly. It is a live coaching program, but we've decided not to make it even $1,000. So for the entire Quick Start Challenge this year, like you say, with the 8 live coaching sessions and everything else that we're doing, which actually includes giving away around about $20,000 in prizes to people in the challenge as well, they get all of this for just $197.
Yes, and I mean, just to add to that and to put it into perspective, why I say cheap, what you also said, I mean, I know coaches, $5,000 for 6 months. I mean, it's normally live coaching, it's heck of expensive. So
Yeah.
I'm really glad you guys put this at a good price point where everyone can afford it. So I had the one question: if you are preoccupied today and you're not ready to jump into this program, can you wait for next year's launch, or what would your words of wisdom be around that?
Yeah, great. That is a great question. To be honest, we've actually been speaking about this, and a lot of things in my business at the moment are evolving. We're doing a lot of new projects and a lot of different things. And I've got to be honest and say, and this isn't any kind of scarcity, fakeness or scarcity nonsense or anything like that. This is real. I can't guarantee that we're actually ever going to do the Quick Start Challenge again. And we really won't know until probably next year if we will do it again. But how things are at the moment, I'm about 80% certain that this may be the last ever live Quick Start Challenge. And so I really want to encourage everybody to do it this year, because we're really looking to, if this is the last one, then we're going to go out with a bang and create some huge success stories out of this.
Yes, I mean, to add that out of personal experience, it's never a good time to start something. I mean, you just need to dive into the water and start swimming. I mean, that's the same with life. Even if you wanted to save up before you have children, once you get a kid, everything just works around that. So anyway, what do you get? And from there, where do we go on the upsells? What other offers do you guys provide?
Yeah, so when people join the challenge, we have got 2 optional extras that will be offered to them. As we say, both of them are optional, and you don't have to have them, but they will certainly save them time and money if they take them. So one thing that we've got is a done-for-you marketers package. So obviously, when people start building their email list and their business starts to grow, when they're taking action in the challenge, there's certain things that they're going to need, such as emails to send to all their new subscribers. And perhaps they'll have a website or a blog, and they might want some nice graphics and things to customize it to make it, different to everyone else's. And so we've put together this really powerful and profitable package for people that includes done-for-you email sequences, a graphics package that I had built that cost thousands of dollars, and a whole host of different things like ebooks and reports that they can use to build their list. So they've got all these lead magnets all done for them. I think there's about 15, which I think we paid about $60 each for those. So literally this package cost us personally thousands of dollars. There's that. And also, we've also got a software that Craig actually created that is like something I've never seen before. It's like this artificial intelligent thing that you can add to your website, so to your blog or squeeze pages, and it basically talks to your visitors. Like, it knows where they live, it knows where they come from, it speaks to them, it learns their name, and will actually talk to them on your website. It's like next level technology. And what it basically does is allows you to convert more of your website visitors into subscribers and get more people on your list, which ultimately is going to make more money. So there's also the option to add that as well if they'd like to use that. So it's just those 2.
Yeah, that does sound pretty intriguing.
Yeah.
But so the price points of the upsells?
The price points of the upsells, I think it was, oh gosh, you've caught me off guard there. I think the software was it $67 or $97, the software, I think. And I think the done-for-you marketers package, I believe that was $47 as well.
Okay. No, cool. So as always, I mean, that's from a personal perspective, there's nothing else like this out there. Normally you buy a coaching program which is pre-done videos where you go through in a member site. There's nothing that I know of out there currently that's live sessions over a period of 30 days. But, I mean, people are still skeptical, and you can say you guys helped over, 3,000, close to 4,000 people. Why should they buy this? And, yes, is there any guarantees on this?
Yeah, perfect question. One thing I would say, I totally understand. A lot of people are actually quite used to buying products that cost $10 or $20, quite low price products. And obviously, even though the Quick Start Challenge for a live coaching program is very, very cheap and low cost, it's still more than sometimes people are used to spending on one product online. But one thing that I would encourage people to think is this isn't just watching a video course or downloading an ebook. This is real hand holding and coaching from people that, have made over $10 million together. And so we are not going to let people fail. Now, obviously, I don't want people to just put blind faith in that, though. So there's a few things that people can do. One, YouTube and the internet is covered with Quick Start Challenge testimonials. So if there's any doubts, have a look at that and do their due diligence themselves. That way I won't have to try and persuade anyone. They can see it from all the other students. But the other thing is, even though the entire challenge is 30 days, because we believe so much in what we're doing, we actually also offer a full 30-day money-back guarantee. So I know, obviously, we're opening ourselves up to abuse there. People could take the whole challenge and then request a refund. But I believe in the fact that if people take action and get results, they would not want their money back because they will know that this will have been the most valuable thing they'd ever done for their business. And so there is that complete assurance, if anybody wants that backing and that assurance behind them. But we're confident that because the results they'll get, that this will be the best thing they've ever done.
Okay, that's fantastic. One thing I wanted to say on the price point as well, I mean, what I also like about it, it's a bit more than your normal, like you say, $27 products, but also you put a bit of skin in the game. Definitely. So you will show up. You've also went through that stage. You buy so many products, you pay $27 for it, but it just sits in your hard drive because you kind of forget about it. But if you took out a bit more money, close to $197, then you'll make sure you go through that or show up for the live training sessions.
Absolutely.
No, fantastic. Dean, this actually sounds awesome. I might book a spot in there as well, in that training class. But just before I let you go, is there any words of wisdom that you can share with my viewers?
Yeah, ultimately, thank you for having me as a guest on here on the show. It's been awesome. I hope there's been some value here, for everybody, and I hope people are interested and looking forward to joining the challenge. The one thing I would say, and, just kind of leave it here with this, is that, wherever people watching this are stuck at right now in their business, I've completely been there, and I understand. I understand it can be tough. I understand that it can be frustrating. You can feel lost. And people have bought a lot of products in the past, no doubt. Most people have. I spent tens of thousands of dollars before I even made a single commission online. And what we want people to do here is just go all in with the Quick Start Challenge. Get in there. Yes, it's probably more than you've spent on a single product before, and it should be. It's a live coaching program. But like you've just said perfectly there, is it gets skin in the game. You've got this full 30-day coaching program, and if it doesn't work for you for whatever reason, which as long as you take action it will, then you've got all the assurances there as well. So if people are really serious about succeeding online, it's time to do something about it. Take part in the challenge. You'll be completely glad you did. I'm excited for everybody. Okay.
And then I will mention in the beginning of the video, but the launch date and time. When is this actually going live?
So, yeah, the doors open on August 17th at 10 a.m. Eastern. And just so everybody knows, they are only open for 5 days only. And that is it. There is no getting in late because it's a live coaching program. After 5 days, on day 6, the coaching starts. So there's no late entries. It's open for 5 days and that's it.
Okay. And there will be no price increasing, all that stuff. It's $197. 5 days, doors open, correct. Then it shuts.
You've got it, yep.
I've got it. No, thank you, Dean. I really appreciate having you on the show today.
Thank you.
Again, I love what you guys do. All the best for the launch, and hopefully it's a big one so that you guys can give a bit more back to charity as well.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully so.
Thank you, Dean. Speak to you later.
Take care.
And there you go, guys. If you want to find out more about the Quick Start Challenge, then click the link below now. I'll also be throwing in a bunch of cool bonuses that will help you on your journey. Please be sure to subscribe to this channel and do leave comments below in order for me to better these interviews to provide more value to you guys. Lastly, I want to apologize for the technical difficulties we had with the video. I'll be sure to sort it out next time. Till next time, I'm your host, Pieter du Preez.